Hey there fellow creators, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna dive deep into the Amazon Influencer Program and uncover why some people struggle to find success with it. If you've been feeling stuck or frustrated with your progress, don't worry, I've got your back.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll be sharing valuable insights, common pitfalls, and some actionable tips to help you turn things around and start thriving as an Amazon influencer.
Okay, I hope this helps.
So without further ado, let's get started and figure out why you're failing at the Amazon Influencer Program and how you can fix it. Okay, obvious disclaimer, there are a lot of unknowns with this program. Amazon isn't being super clear with a lot of these things, so some of the things that you're gonna hear in this video and a lot of the things that you hear online are just our best guesses at what we think is going on. So please keep that in mind and take everything with a grain of salt. And please do your own research where applicable.
That's why I'm here.
So fail number one. You happen to live in a country that does not have the Amazon Influencer Program.
That sucks.
Bad news, there's not a lot you can do about that. Now, I am not condoning this. However, there are VPNs where you can spoof where your location is online. Again, I am not condoning this. I have a guilty conscience and I don't like the idea of having skeletons in my closet. I like the idea of someone being able to look into every nuance of my business and realize that it is all above board and that I'm not doing anything to break the terms of service and that I'm running a clean business. For me, that's the best way to run a long-term business, and it keeps it way less stressful if you're not looking over your shoulder because you're cheating the system. So there probably are ways to cheat the system if you are outside of one of the countries that have this program. I don't recommend that. There could be ways around it, but that is one of the biggest fails of this program. And unfortunately, there really isn't much you can do about that right now until it's available in your country.
Yeah, I'll wait.
So fail number two, you're having a hard time getting accepted into the program with your existing social media accounts.
You talking about me?
In my guess, this is probably not a manual review. This is probably some sort of algorithm that just says yes or no. And I'm guessing that because it's instant. When you go to the sign up page for the Amazon Influencer Program, when you click the button, hit your social media account, it either accepts you or denies you right then and there. There is no manual review process. You're not on hold while they check out your social media accounts. Usually it just says yes or no right away, which means it's some sort of robot or algorithm that is deciding whether or not you're going to be accepted into the program. So there is a number, there is a line in the sand, there is a certain amount of subscribers or followers, there is a certain amount of engagement, maybe a certain amount of views, or maybe comment to view ratio or like to view ratio. I'm guessing they want to see some sort of engagement on your channel, not just that your channel has tons of followers, but let's say you have 100,000 subscribers and you have one comment for every 10,000 views. That means you're not very good at influencing and engaging the public. So I'm guessing that in order to get approved, you have to have a social media following with a decent amount of followers or subscribers. Plus, I bet some of the engagement metrics are important to Amazon. Why wouldn't they be, right?
You're probably right.
So my channel is a little bit different. I got approved years ago, back when probably it was way easier. I just haven't done anything with the influencer program until very recently. But my channel was about horror movies and horror masks. But I did lots of horror mask reviews on my channel. It was probably the bulk of my content was me buying masks, trying them on, showing what they look like, telling what I like and don't like about them. And this type of content really does garnish some engagement. So people would comment, oh, I like that one, oh, I don't like that one, or how does this look, or how does this feel? So I had a lot more engagement, even though I didn't have a ton of subscribers. I think that truly helped me get approved. Now I'm betting that Amazon is actually tightening that gap a little bit and making it even harder for people to get approved because there's been such an influx into the program.
That's your fault.
So the only thing I can tell you to overcome that fail is to just continue to build your accounts up, not because you're trying to get into the influencer program, because I don't think that's a good reason to be building YouTube channels and Instagram accounts. Do it because you love it, do it because you're passionate about it, and if you do it with integrity, because you're passionate about it, you're gonna get the engagement, you're gonna get the followers, and eventually you'll be able to get approved into the program. So fail number three, you fooled the algorithm. They accepted you into the Amazon Influencer Program. You make 3 videos, you upload them to your storefront, and you wait for on-site commissions, which is where all the money comes in, and then denied. I can't tell you how many people now I am seeing getting denied on-site placements after getting accepted into the program pretty easily. I'm guessing that this part is an actual manual review. I'm guessing there are actual people at Amazon checking your 3 videos and checking your social media account to determine whether or not they think you're gonna be a good influencer. So what types of things would they be looking for? Let's think about it rationally.
I'm not good at that.
If they want you to be an influencer, they're going to want to see videos that influence people to make purchases, that look genuine with still get people to buy the product in an engaging, maybe fun, nice, interesting way. And when they look at your social media account, what if you had tens of thousands of subscribers on your horse channel or your horse Instagram page where you're just showing pictures of your horses? Sure, you had 100,000 subscribers and sure you had decent engagement, but do they really think that you're gonna make a good influencer based on that social media account? Maybe not. Maybe they're looking at your videos to determine whether or not you can be a good influencer, and maybe they're looking at that social media account that they approved, that some robot approved, to make sure that they think you're gonna be a good influencer. And what would that even mean to be a good influencer? As I've said in some of my other videos, which a lot of people probably don't like, I think they honestly want people's faces, people actually touching the products and using them and talking about them in a sincere way while also adding a little bit of a salesman spin to it. And if they can judge those characteristics by looking at your video and your social media account, so let's say your social media account was full of you doing reviews, well then they have a better idea of what type of influencer you're gonna be. So the type of social media account that you get approved with, I think may have some sort of impact. So maybe you got approved with some lucky social media account that you had that really has nothing to do with content creation or selling products or doing reviews. Maybe that's a reason why a lot of people are getting accepted into the program, but then failing when they try to get their on-site placements unlocked.
Maybe you're right.
Okay, so fail number 4. So you get approved to the program. Awesome. You get approved for on-site commissions. Aha, that's where we really start making money, but you're looking around and finding out that you are not making nearly as much money as other people are making. What could you be doing wrong? Well, one, please don't be so hard on yourself. Everybody's journey is completely different. And also keep in mind that some of us, like myself included, have had lots and lots of on-camera experience and lots of content creation experience. I've been making YouTube videos for years and making corporate videos for years. So for me, it is just super simple to pick up a camera and make a really simple review that I know will do well.
I doubt that.
If you are not quite there yet, don't be hard on yourself. It takes time to get good at anything. Just because some people can turn this into a 10K a month business in the first month doesn't mean that you should be able to do that too. Everybody is different. Everybody is on a different timeline. Take time to get good at being on camera and speaking eloquently and speaking interestingly about a product with a little bit of a sales twist to it. Also, it could come down to luck. I was lucky that the very first product, or one of the very first products that I uploaded, happened to be a product that was over $100 and had tens of thousands of reviews and no other videos. So I was just guaranteed placement on a really good product that instantly started making about $4 or $5 a day. So right off the bat, I was already making decent money with my first batch of videos just because I luckily had this item in my house and it was just one of the first things that I decided to do. So here's an actionable tip. Let's take what we've learned about that one product and apply it to different products that we can find on Amazon to figure out how to earn more money for each one of our video reviews. So let's just do that real quickly.
Sounds like a plan.
So every once in a while, I will just buy a product because I think I can rank for it. But more often than not, I need something. And instead of just going and buying it based on the price, I go and buy on it based on these criteria. So for example, my light bulb burned out in one of my rooms. I need a package of light bulbs. So I would go to Amazon, I would type in light bulbs, and I would see what came up. Now, this one right away, the very first product here has 34,000 reviews, which means it sells a lot. And when you click on that very first product, you will see that it has a video carousel and it only has 3 videos in it, which means if you do a video on this product, you are almost guaranteed to show up in the carousel. So if I'm already gonna buy light bulbs, how about I just buy those light bulbs and then pretty much guarantee that I'm gonna make money off of them. Now, $10.79 item, probably not gonna make very much of them, but again, I was gonna buy the light bulbs anyway. So everything that I buy now, I look at it and see how many ratings it has, how often it sells, and whether or not it already has videos in the carousel, and whether or not it is less than 6 videos, because then I know I can get in there. And when you're in this top carousel, that's where you're making all the money. When you're in the bottom carousel, you still do make money for sure, but not quite as much as you do when you're up top.
Always stay on top.
If you use that criteria before you buy something, you are going to have a much better time getting ranked, and you are probably going to earn a lot more money. That is what I do, and that's what's been working for me. So what could be another reason why you're not making as much money? Maybe you aren't in a financial situation where you can buy $1,000 worth of products every month just to review. I was lucky enough to be able to put a little bit of money aside when I quit my job in order to build a new business. So I have some money that I can just buy products and review them. You might not be in that same boat as me, which is perfectly okay. And you've probably seen some other YouTubers who have taken this and built it really quickly, but they can afford to go buy hundreds of products at thousands of dollars just to do reviews to have these really big stats, which I I'm also doing. I'm also guilty of that, but just bear in mind that that is a thing, that some of us are able to buy these products just to puff our stats, and you might not be in a financial situation where you can do that. That's fine. That just means you need to grow a little bit slower, and that's probably safer anyway.
You want to play it safe.
What's another reason you could be making less? Maybe you're not treating this as a business. I mean, I have this kind of entrepreneurial bug in my brain. When I see something, I see it, I study it, and I think, how can I make money from it? It sounds greedy, and it is, but it's just how my brain works. So I see this program and I think, how do I build a business around this? Not how do I cheat the system, not how do I get thousands of videos tomorrow, not ways to scam and beat out other people. It truly is, how do I build a legitimate business around this? And if you treat it that way, it's gonna work better for you, in my opinion. So if you are very calculated on what products you're buying, and then maybe you're reselling those products on Facebook Marketplace or on eBay in order to recoup the money you put into it so that everything is a return on investment. I mean, actually doing those things and keeping 20% aside for taxes, 20 or 30% aside for taxes, and then keeping 20% aside every month in order to buy new products, and then selling those products that you buy on Facebook Marketplace to recoup your money. Like, doing it as an actual business is going to help you actually make more money. If you're just doing it as a, I just want to push a button and hope it works type of thing, you're not going to have as much success. Another thing that other YouTubers have that you might not is tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of followers. So if you put a link to your storefront in the descriptions of the videos, you might be getting hundreds of people a day clicking on your products to see what types of things you're promoting, and then when they go buy stuff on Amazon, that influencer is making money off of those. So they might have much bigger, more puff stats because of their social media followings than you and I might have. So just keep that in mind. They might look like they're making way more money than you, but it's because they already have that social media following that's going to their storefront and clicking on the videos to look at them, and that's making them a lot of extra money that you might not be making. So fail number 5. You aren't keeping some of my previous tips and tricks in mind.
And you're really full of yourself.
And the most important ones being, if nobody watches your videos, then you don't make any money. In order to get people to watch your videos, you need to have an intriguing title and thumbnail. I already did a full video about it on this channel. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description. But here's an actionable tip. Start with the title of the video first. What? Who would do that? Lots of us content creators do that. Don't just do a video review of something and then try to decide the title and thumbnail once you upload it. Start with the title and the thumbnail, then do the video. So for example, I might buy this calculator and then say something along the lines of, the one important thing you have to look out for before buying a calculator. Well, that's intriguing. What is that one thing that you have to look out for? So you start with the title, and then when you do the video, you say, okay, this is a great calculator for these reasons, but here's one thing you might want to look out for. Make sure that it has an automatic turn off feature, because my old calculator took batteries and I always forgot to turn it off before I put it away. And every time I tried to use it, the batteries were always dead. So the one thing you need to look out for is to make sure it has an auto off, which this one does. So it's a great product and I would definitely recommend it, right? You start with the actual title and maybe start with what the thumbnail might look like before you even do the review. This way you're going to guarantee that your reviews have intriguing titles and thumbnails, and that the content of the video actually matches that intriguing title. That is just an actionable tip that a lot of us content creators use, and that I think would actually help you make a lot more money in the Amazon Influencer Program. Now that you have intriguing titles and thumbnails, they're going to actually watch your video. Inside of your video, make sure you are telling how that product is going to solve their problems and that you would recommend it. That's going to get them to buy it. If they are buying it, then you make commissions, and Amazon is going to rank your videos more highly in the carousels and keep them in there longer, in my opinion. So do those things, make more money right away.
That's what it's all about.
So if you keep a lot of these fails and pitfalls and take some of these actionable tips seriously, I believe you will have a much better chance in the Amazon Influencer Program to make more money and to stop failing at it. And I hope that this video at least helped one or two of you out there. And if you are into this type of content, then please do all of those things you're supposed to do to help the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one.
Is it over?